Alright guys, today we're going to be explaining how to install our System 1 installation, System 2 installation into a 2014 and up Toyota Tundra. We're also going to cover first we're going to cover the stock stereo system, then we're going to explain why we do certain things with our products. Alright, first I also want to thank Fred for driving in from Austin, letting us do an install in his truck. As you guys know, we get people drive in from all over the US. Fred's maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours away, so it wasn't too terribly bad. Alright guys, so here I want to go over the stock components. Now before I go any further, the first thing I want to tell you guys is on the System 1 and System 2 plug and play installs, you do not need to remove the stock head unit. We only did this for the purpose of this video. Now, I'm going to go over the rest of the components. Oh wait, let me add one more thing. If you're doing our SQ1 packages, which are the larger, higher end systems, you do need to remove the head unit, and there's a whole different video series on that. Alright, so let me go over the stock components. Now, let me move these out of the way. Alright, so this stock head unit comes, a lot of you guys have this stock head unit. It's got Bluetooth, navigation, a lot of really cool features, and that's why a lot of people want to keep this head unit. Now, a lot of guys don't know this, and there's a lot of confusion on this. This is a remote power source for this head unit. And what this power source does, it's located under your passenger seat. It actually provides power to your door speakers. The head unit sends power directly to your tweeters. You have tweeters up on the dash, and you have tweeters on the rear doors in the 2014 and up Toyota Tundra. This amp will be replaced. We'll move that out of the way. The front door speakers are these that they kind of resemble 6x9 inch speakers. Notice here they're paper, and that's pretty much why your system sounds really bad. I mean, you can really start with speakers, make a huge difference, but by adding more power with the plug and play system, it makes a huge difference in your sound quality. Alright, that's the front door speakers. The rear door speakers kind of resemble 6.5s, same thing. See if we can get a good picture. Paper cones. And then the front door tweeters, or I'm sorry, the dash, this is what the dash tweeter looks like. Okay, now, in the non JBL System 1, we recommend taking the dash tweeters out. There's a lot of confusion. If you've got a JBL, again, please watch a different set of videos. But in the JBL setups, we leave these intact. On the non JBLs, we generally remove these. The choice is yours. It doesn't really matter. Now, because these are powered directly from the head unit, these are not affected whatsoever when you use our plug and play system. And I'll go over that in just a second. Alright guys, so here we're on the passenger side of Fred's Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, and I want to here you can see we've already installed the plug and play amplifier system. A lot of guys, it seems like a lot of guys get confused by this. They think they have a JBL because they've got this amp here under their seat. If your car does not, if your head unit stereo does not say JBL, if your speakers if your door speakers do not say JBL, you do not have the JBL. This, again, as I mentioned earlier, is the remote power source. So we take out the remote power source. Our plug and play amp setup plugs directly into the stock locations. Everything bolts right up. No, you don't have to drill or make any holes in your truck. The plug and play wiring here, you can see everything is color coded, both sides. Makes it really easy to install. And what we're doing now, what's going to happen now is this amp originally was putting out about 15 to 17 watts. Now, after Daniel gets done tuning this setup, we're going to have about 70 watts going to our front speakers and about 50 watts going to the rear. And this little subwoofer amp is going to be putting about 450 watts to the subwoofer box I'll show you in just a second. So all this so far basically just bolts into this location. The wires are color coded. You run one power wire to the battery, and boom, you've increased your power by what, 4 or 5 times. And we have step-by-step videos on every part of this installation. Alright, so let me jump to the door speakers. Alright guys, so here we're looking at the passenger side front door of this Toyota Tundra. And I hope you guys don't get confused. It looks a little confusing at first, but we've got step-by-step videos to get you to this point. Be sure to check out the following videos. But in this particular, in the System 1 install, we're installing a set of component speakers, a true high-end set of components with a tweeter, and a true mid-range driver, along with a passive crossover. This system is going to provide you much better sound quality than just installing a set of coaxial speakers or some of the drop-in systems you see out on the market. Here we're utilizing your existing wiring, and we show you how to do that step by step. We're going to take the power from our new amplifiers, we're going to feed it to this new mid-bass, and then to make the installation easier, we generally recommend installing the tweeter in your sail panel. This setup works directly with your sail panel. We actually dremeled this out. We offer these on our website pre-assembled for you. A lot of people are concerned, but you can, if down the road you sell your truck, you can buy these tweeter panels for about 20 bucks a piece, so you don't have to worry if you screw one of these up. They're pretty easy to get a hold of. Alright, so what we're doing in this case is we installed the plug-and-play system. We've got the crossover in place. We're going to put our new speaker in the door. The tweeter's going to go up here, and we'll show you that in a second when it's all done. And then now, just by replacing the amp, putting in a new set of speakers, we're dramatically increasing the sound quality. Alright, so here we're looking at the passenger side rear door of this Toyota Tundra. Now you can see here Daniel's about ready to get the system, get the speaker installed. This is the speaker we'll be installing in the rear door. It's a this happens to be a coax. We do have an option for components as well. This is a really nice setup, handles quite a bit of power. What we're going to do is we'll be installing this using our plug-and-play wiring. We even offer plug-and-play wiring harnesses that here you can see if we ever want to return this back to stock, we can take this off, take the wire harness out, and return the system back to stock. No one will ever know the difference. So everything that this entire setup is completely plug-and-play. The amp is plug and play, the wire harnesses are plug and play, so you can easily set the truck back to stock. Alright, so here we're looking at the subwoofer about to be installed, and this is a single 10-inch subwoofer. Again, this is part of the System 1 package. We have other packages where we offer dual 10s and dual 12s. Alright, so summarizing on this Toyota Tundra, if you're going to be using our plug-and-play system, we recommend removing the dash speakers. We recommend component speakers in the front door, and we recommend the tweeter to be installed on the sail panel. That way you don't have to run any speaker wire back to the dash. If you put the tweeter on the door, you can keep all the wiring in one place. Saves you a lot of time. Here on this particular install, we did 6.5-inch speakers in the rear door. And because we've removed the dash tweeters or the dash speakers, the rear are going to stop working. So basically the new speakers will take over, and you don't have to worry about the old speakers causing any problems. Alright guys, so here you can see Daniel's got the door panel in place. He's getting ready to finish up the install. I wanted to show you guys before we get too much further. Alright, so here up in the top right hand corner you can see the sail panel. That was Fred's stock sail panel. Daniel took a dremeled it out, and they fit right in there. The new speakers are in place. Everything looks pretty much stock. You really can't tell that it's aftermarket. Okay, here you can see he's got the rear door panel in place. He's almost, got the installation just about done. You can see the subwoofers in place.